Hello there, I'm Jerusha Govender. I'm a co-founder and director at Data Innovators, and I'm a data visualization specialist. So what my work is really about is helping organizations collect data, analyze it, and then present that in a useful way. Our work is specifically focused on the visualization and improving how we communicate and utilize it, because often gathering data in complicated tables or very complicated charts is not useful to the person that needs to interact with it.
How did you become interested in your field?
So I've always been an avid maths student, and that has been one of the reasons I entered the data space. And during my studies, I focused on biochemistry and biotechnology, which is very data, very science. And then I specialized in public health, where I really wanted to hone my understanding on health sector data and look at how I could help organizations use data to improve health interventions. And so I then worked in NGOs for quite some years throughout Africa, where my work was really around helping these organizations gather data, speaking to HIV and AIDS programs, and using that data to help them make better decisions around what is working, what's not working, what will help us inform what we should do better or how we should change our interventions. And so that really was my entry point into data. And through my work there, one key thing I learned is that how you present data or visualize it is really important to convey the right message, because you can get stuck in the detail, and that detail is not really going to be helpful when you need to make a change in a community or an individual. It's really like, how do I capture the key meaning from that information?
How does your work impact others?
And so why this is helpful, or why this is also important for communities and individuals broadly, is that there are many projects and programs in schools, in communities, in countries that are designed for a specific end goal. And in order to know if we are actually achieving that end goal or even doing it in the right way requires data. And so this is why my work has specifically been data in the development space, where I can help these organizations gather the right data, analyze it in a way that is meaningful, but then also package it in a way that you can then use that data to make the right decisions. Like, am I seeing the right change, or am I seeing data that's explaining a specific problem in my community, so that I can use that information to then really motivate my community members or motivate funders to support that initiative. So I know you may be thinking, so what does this have to do with my work in teaching? And in fact, data skills and data visualization skills are really important in many professions. And this is not in the most, expert level professions, it's all levels as well. And you can incorporate it in your teaching. And specific ways that you could incorporate some of the things that I do as a data specialist is through how you teach, or how you start introducing data handling and maths literacy in your classroom.
Can you show us how we can do STEM at home?
And I've got a specific activity for you to explain how you could do this. This is probably most suited for a 5 to 6 year old, but could be adapted in different ways as well for younger children. And all you really need is some blocks or any other items in the classroom that can allow some stacking. I've borrowed these from my kids. And the way you could do this activity is firstly having at least one stacking item or block for each of the children in your classroom, and asking each of them to hold just one block. Then you can identify a grouping that will allow you to gather data based on the learners in your classroom. This could be anything such as maybe the length of hair of children in your classroom. So looking at a grouping of children with long hair and children with short hair. So with children having their blocks in hand, you can then ask them to gather based on these groups. All of the children that feel that they've got long hair, take your brick and go to the center of the classroom. All of the children that feel that they've got short hair, take your brick and gather at the corner of the classroom. And then the next instruction is for them to Each share their brick and build one tower within their group. So each of them stacking their bricks. After this, you bring your two groups together, and then the idea is that you compare the stacks. Whose tower is bigger, whose tower is shorter. And at this point, they are already making some comparisons. Perhaps the group with long hair, they have a longer tower or a higher tower compared to the group with short hair. What does this mean? It means that there are more children in my classroom that have longer hair. And this is really presenting a bar chart in the form of blocks in a really simple data visualization and introducing the concept of being able to visualize and look at data. So I wish you luck and enjoy that activity in your classroom, and also all the best with introducing your data skills in your teaching as well.